So I have just received my Margaret plush after waiting years upon years, decades upon decades, for some random African child to wake up and make this for me and ship it up to America. And I love it. It is adorable and helps me write and edit these silly little videos.
Help! Help!
The quality of this plush is surprisingly good, the whiskers are adorable, the teacup is amazing, and I love how the first things first, as soon as I got it, it told me to massage the plushie. Is this how you massage the plush? I wonder how many people put this silly creature into the mason jar. Now, because I have this plush, I felt like coming out of my basement and not going outside to try this video juego by Cinnamon Switch. Juego means game in French. So the coffee buns demo. I love it. It is amazing to put it simply, and I really enjoyed playing through it. And because I just got my Mice Tea plushie and feel like making a short video for once, hopefully, I want to rant your ears off about this game. No spoiler warning since it's just a demo, but I do say go play it for yourself since it is a free demo on itch.io.
Future me here. I lied. So, there is some spoilers in here. You can watch up till about 6 minutes and 18 seconds in, but beyond then, there will be some spoilers for the early access version of the game. My apologies.
Subscribe and let's get this started. For a quick review, for those who may have forgotten some parts about the Mice Tea lore, Mice Tea was a game all about a woman named Margaret and her misadventures with this forbidden tea she finds in her local tea shop. This tea turned anyone who drank it into an anthro animal, so Margaret had to work around her new mouse assets and figure out how to get out of her new animal form. This sequel game takes place 2 years after Kimono Tea was revealed to the public. How it was revealed and through which ending, I don't know, and I don't think it really matters. In the subsequent timeline, anthros are more widely available and the town of Greenshire becomes a furry hotspot, which is really drying up other business competitors such as a local coffee shop. In a local coffee shop works our new protagonist for this game, Leonardo Bianco, or just Leo, the most basic of white guys. Leo is the main reason I feel like this game is such a big improvement over the first. The main reason I say this is because of how much better he is built up than Margaret. You may think this is because me relating more to Leo since he is not a woman, but there is more to it than just base relatability. Leo is better than Margaret in my opinion because he's introduced much better than Margaret was and feels more like a fleshed out human being than Margaret did. In the beginning of Mice Tea, Margaret is kinda just set up as the average Joe with not much else to her. She loves reading, she loves tea. The only main conflict set up in the beginning is more or less business related, with everyone wanting her to run Barlow's but she doesn't know if she is ready for it, and she doesn't want to mess too much with Felix, the current owner. The aspect of the business is interesting, but it isn't delved too deep into, and it isn't really the attention grabber the game needs. Leo, on the other hand, Rabbit Paw, Beans, whatever you call it, immediately is more relatable and less boring than Margaret, because Leo has an awful lot of conflict with himself. He gets a feel for him because he feels like a nobody. He just feels basic, like an ordinary guy who just only really likes women's fashion, which gets him called the occasional gamer word. Leo may also be better because the world of anthro animals is established with just the first sentence of dialogue between a wolf customer and Leo himself, instead of transformations and the idea of anthropomorphic animals being built up throughout the game, so you don't have to wait until like 2 hours into the game to finally see titty. This game also does what sequels should do, more world building. The world building is really entertaining and is intriguing, especially since you get really interested in Leo and his journey of being more or less peer pressured getting into this tea world. Insert some anti-drug PSA here.
But not gay. You are. You are gay.
Speaking of journey, let us talk more about the game's story, shall we? In this Mice Tea 2 Electric Bunny Boogaloo, our main character Leo is going by his day-to-day job when his literal dear friend Naomi decides to pull a silly at Leo's workplace one day and give everyone some of the funny transgregation tea. This tea turns his coworker Ash into a quote, punk skunk, turns his boss into a wolf, and then turns him into a bunny. Title card! The new bunny style doesn't flow with Leo well, and messes with him a lot, especially when he's on his way home and grows himself some booba! Holy tits! Holy mamma mia with some titty pizzeria! As soon as Leo figures out he has some new heavy equipment, he tries to do the recommended treatment plan of meditating everything away. However, this only gets rid of his bunny ears and tail and not his knockers. This results in him having to tape down his melons the next morning and wear a baggy hoodie. Things go alright until he serves one customer and the tape starts falling apart, forcing him to hide in the back of the store. Bringing Ash with him to flash her his tits? You know you gotta go on a first date before doing all that, right man? Anywho, after the sudden flashing, Ash tells him he must have gone through something called the plastic apophagy warping state, or pause for short. Pause is the new main focus of the entire game. It is the idea that if you think hard enough of something while you're in a certain stage of the T, you will gain that something. Leo thought hard about woman while in the subway without knowing that in his state he would now be given the woman status. The idea of pause is a rather interesting and cool way of expanding our knowledge about this T, adding something new to keep you intrigued and locked in. Also, as you can tell, there are a lot more honkers in this game than the previous one. They were not kidding when they said this game would have more boobs. Some people can take it or leave it. Personally, as the Sigma I am, I like it a lot. It adds a lot more identity to the game, and it really just helps our main character have more relatability to him, mainly due to the questioning of your own identity stuff that happens with him. This sudden onset moral conflict Leo has because he's suddenly turned into a woman really builds him up well as a character. It also adds a lot of relatability factor for those colorful people out there. I can even relate to it because I've had to question a thing or two back in my time. A lot of times when I was playing my ST, especially in the intro of the game, Margaret felt more of just a replacement for the player to be in this situation. She felt very bland and mediocre. There are times when Margaret would branch out into her own person, like the occasional standing up for herself in various storylines or mentally breaking down because she can't get back to normal. For the most part though, she's just a book nerd who's addicted to tea. Getting back to the game, Leo uses the pause technique to get rid of his chest, with Ash first demonstrating that it is possible to get rid of boobs. He continues working until his shift ends. Leo then goes to the pub to find his pal Roman is now an otter, just like Naomi predicted. Is she a witch? I don't know. After some chatting at the pub, Leo goes home and rests. Leo then immediately wakes up the next morning with tits on him again. He uses the pause technique to get rid of them again, but don't worry tit guys, there are a lot more mommy milkers to appear. Leo proceeds to go to work, shocking his coworkers that he's a full animal today. Leo is nice and uppity until a customer starts hitting on him, making him have to run to the back once more. He tries to meditate things away, but his stress won't let him. Him being suddenly off his shift for a prolonged period of time gets his boss involved. This forces him to finally reveal to his boss what has been making him off his coffee game lately. Boobies! This sudden revelation for our boss brings us into our first decision of the game. Who should help you with your bunny problem? Ash, your boss, or no one at all? Whoever you choose, you essentially get more development of their character and a better feel for them by going shopping. So let's do a small deep dive into the cast and how I feel about them. We have a set of about 4 new characters in this cast. We have Leo's coworker Ash, previous roommate and anther friend of Leo's, Naomi, Leo's boss, and Leo's current roommate, Roman. When you look into Ash, she is the most stereotypical goth girl, just mostly cynical and more often than not being sarcastic. Though, even with her more hard nature, she is rather kind to Leo and helps him with everything he is going through, even if she does put some of her own fun twists on things. Ash has a lot of stuff going for her in the plot and is one of the more interesting characters. The one thing is though, she is just kind of there, so a lot of the stuff she does is not too interesting. I feel like I should be more interested in Ash and what she's doing to help push the plot forward, but she feels more or less bland and extremely stereotypical so far to me. I really hope they do that certain thing in media where they break down the goth stereotype, or the devs do something really interesting with Aiden/Ash becoming a dude. Naomi is a Baba Booey. Okay, maybe I can't say that, but I don't like her so far. She's rather frustrating in the game and in her current established state. She's always trying to be ahead of the curve and act like she knows everything with Leo's current predicament. She seems like just a nice, basic, hyperactive girl at first, but as soon as you accidentally cross paths with her, you quickly find out why Leo just didn't ask her for help right away. She feels so giddy and gets on my nerves by just sitting there crapping her pants with joy because Leo is an anther or is a woman, when bro really needs help. I do think they will flesh her out more soon enough to maybe get her to learn that being hyper all the time isn't really it. We do get some slight glances of her when she is off her sugar high, and she's generally kind and thoughtful, but most of the time she's just way too much to handle. Roman is pretty cool. Roman's position in the game is just the oblivious chill guy who's the occasional obstacle due to the current trans shenanigans. He is great as a kind of foil or antithesis to Leo, being a big hunk of man with bartending skills, lifeguard expertise, and being the little figment of the Giga Chat. I like the way things are going with him so far, and I can't wait to see what Cinnamon Switch does with Roman. I thought the relationship between Leo and his boss was going to be a stereotypical smut game where things quickly go down and are really cheesy and bad, but it's almost like she is a real character that has feelings and emotions and like a life. She is really cool and real with Leo. She knows she acts nothing but professional what feels like 24/7, but cares for Leo and tries her best to help him with his new problems. She feels so bad about Leo's problems because she feels like she started it by making the tea deal in the first place. I like this chill dynamic between Leo and his boss, and I hope it doesn't get ruined as the game gets developed. If you want my opinion on which game has the better cast so far, I would have to say the original game has more variety and more characters I vibe with so far. People like Sylvia, Felix, or even Gavin have stood out more to me and had a lot more vibrant personalities than someone like Leo's boss. The original cast just felt unique compared to this game. However, the protagonist in this game is way better. The protagonist makes a whole world of difference, and I cannot wait to see where they take this game and Leo. After you choose a character to have the obligated dressing scene with, you then go home. After flaunting around in your new selected outfit, your tits suddenly untit, and you are put back to normal. Leo doesn't try to think much about this and just sleeps the rest of his day away. The next day, Leo wakes up to Roman knocking on his bedroom door to let him know that they are all going to the beach today. Leo then heads down to the beach with Roman only to find an extra person is there as well. Either Naomi or Ash, depending on who you went shopping with. Things go fine with the Fortnite squad making sandcastles, but things go bad quickly after Roman leaves to do his lifeguarding job. Leo and his new partner in crime go walking down the beach when he discovers one of those fashion model shows with the models in cool dresses walking down runways. Instead of a model on a runway though, it is entirely replaced with sharks and a rock. Leo then immediately loses his edging streak at the sight of women's clothing and starts to feel his breasts coming back. So bro skedaddles away from the fashion show and starts running for his life to get back to his beach supplies to grab his extra clothes he packed just in case this happens. The sad thing is though, he could not make it back there in time. He then starts getting smaller and his beach shorts get baggier and he trips over his own rabbit feet. Leo then takes a quick glance at himself and dun dun dun, he is a full woman now. I like the sudden revelation that this whole time your full transformation was supposed to be an entire gender change, or something happened with pause to make him a full woman. It really sets up that this might be an interesting trans sort of coming of age story, if that makes any sense, where Leo has to figure out who he really is and funny shenanigans ensue. Speaking of shenanigans, I love the silly gags that go down after Leo becomes Bonnie / Debbie / Bella / Destroyer of Worlds. Such as Ash suddenly revealing that she has been experimenting with the tea as well, and figured out how to become a dude. Just tossing Leo her old swimsuit she was wearing while Ash was a chick. Or the quick gag of Roman hitting on Leo without knowing that it is Leo during a volleyball game. Also during that volleyball game, Leo just jumps into the moon. After the beach volleyball game, Leo then either goes to Naomi's or Ash's house and crashes on their couch. Then that is it for the entire demo. In conclusion, the sequel game is awesome. It improves on the weakness of the previous game, adds a lot more deets, and all the new characters are great for the most part. We will all wait to see if Naomi improves or if I'm going to have a cry session in my shower tonight. Leo is goated as a protagonist and adds a whole new fun level of relatability to the game. I hope I am not biased in saying this because he is literally me. He even played volleyball too. Is Zoe in my walls? I don't know. Anywho, for those who have stuck around until the end of the video, I will give you some funny moments I collected while recording some footage with my friends Elijah and Nicholas.
Edging.
Me when I'm edging a math class.
Again.
Gorilla grip glue. Yeah.
Gorilla grip on my cack.
I'm gonna super glue my Baba Boo.
I'm going to date my chuck with Flexio.
Flexio. Never have to pull again.
Marcus, let me say the
Stop
end. Please.
beatboxing.
You already said it. You want to play guitar on my wiener?
I've got front wing damage. Parentheses brain.
Powerpuff Girls.
I was a very sexist kid, so I never watched shows that had
I was
female
a
main
very-
characters.
Same, bro. Same. I did the same thing.
Actually, that's a lie. I watched My Little Pony. I can't lie. Oh my god.
No
You watched
way.
mine? Oh, sir, get out this call. Get out this call right now. Get out of here right now, bro.
I'm back.
Baba Boo.
How dare you come with a pair of tits? Sorry, I'm reading the game. Bad timing, bad timing.
Gigabyte. Hold on. Will you ask someone for titty pics?
Are you asking for a how-to tutorial on?
I know the exact answer to this.
Shut up, woman.
Oh my god.
Eli, this is the definition of a skill check right here, bro.
What? Shipping someone to get titty pics?
Yeah.
Holy tits.
I think I've gotten tit pics in the past.
I have.
I've definitely.
I can send
You're
you
a,
guys.
are you gay?
Are you homosexual? We don't like homosexuals around these parts.
Hold on, no, check general, guys. I actually did it, and it worked out just as she said.
Alright, if you don't, if
Holy
they're not
tits,
actually,
I hate
it's
you.
not gonna be upset, dude.
Average talk with a woman.
Eli, are you squirt squad or cream skin?
What do you mean?
I am squirt squad.
That's what's up.
I've never felt the touch of a woman.
Real.
I have.
Real.
I have.
Marcus, you're gay. Shut up. God dang it.
You've never felt the touch of a man.
I have. Wait.
Wait.
Thank you for watching and sticking till the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content in the future. I have a lot of more Slate things planned that will hopefully be dropped soon. Again, thank you for viewing this video, keep your head up, and have a good day.